守天成，梦洁蚕丝被。解决问题是我每天的乐趣。而肌肤问题，我交给欧蕾玉兰油多效修护霜，它含维他纳锌，能加快肌肤新陈代谢60%。渗透，临床验证，止血期。没说完。
最低气温，预计北部是13到15度，中部和东南部是14到17度，西南部呢是16到19度。后天中北部是中雨转多云，南部是小雨转多云。大后天全省天气开始好转，都是晴到多云的天气。最后来关注一下具体的城市预报。
Sure. I know. Getting you a nice good mood, huh? Alright, let's not do. Maybe we'll try the other one tomorrow morning.
Oh, don't cry. Sure.
It's okay.
Morning. Morning.
And maybe you'll be as smart as Amy, too. In North Carolina. It's on the East Coast of the United States. You know where Washington, D.C. is? It's about 4 hours from Washington.
If it please the court, I present evidence.
B. Play nicely together. Continue to play nicely together. Bam!
I rest my
You
case.
doctored the photos. You didn't show the one that before when she poked Sarah in the eye. Three Stooges like.
Yeah. No. I disagree.
Probably not a real long play anyway, maybe a couple hours.
A Changsha Chinese man, I think, who was drunk, standing next to me and said, "Do you have a lighter?" And she gave me a lighter, but I didn't check it. So I go up to stand in front of him and just light the lighter up and almost burned his apple. That's an accident. And I don't feel sorry for him. And after that, I think, I cannot do that. Otherwise, I'm going to burn the hotel someday. Then there was a travel agency which belongs to the same group corporation with the hotel. And so one day the travel agency was out of hands, that they need an English interpreter to guide a group of tourism people from Holland. They need an English speaker person. So they came to the hotel, like the personnel office, asked for help. The manager thought that my English sounds pretty good, so they said, "Oh, Daphne can help you." And I went to the travel agency. I said, "I have no experience about tourism. I never met a tourism group. I don't know what to do." And they said, "Well, you just tell them that you're an experienced tour guide." So, but I still, feel a little bit uneasy because I'm not familiar with my city at all. I know each street name, but I don't know what's the meaning behind that name. I have no idea. So they need to go to visit a museum. And I went there the day before they arrived, and I take all the notes and then look at the first time going to the museum in my life. And so the next day when I met the group of people, I said, "Oh, welcome to Changsha. I'm the very experienced local tour guide. I'm so glad to meet you here. We're gonna start a tour." So I spent about 2 days with them, and going to the museums, going to the parks, and I think they did believe that I was an experienced tour guide. Well, after the group left, they sent a letter to the general manager of the travel agency. They said, for the later on groups from our travel agency, we always want this girl to be our tour guide. So then the general manager of the travel agency wrote a letter to the hotel manager and said, we want this girl to come over to work in our office. And they talked to me and asked my opinion. I said, "Oh, yeah, that fits me very well. You get to go to different places and meet different people, and you don't have to say you're sorry all the time, that's good." And so I worked in the travel agency. I want you to understand that I am an experienced facilitator for CCAR. I'm not working since yesterday. How do you know that? I don't know. Well, maybe I'm the freshman too. Once I'm running out of the room, if I smell the poopy diaper. Well, after I worked in the travel agency, I started to get involved with the adoption groups that years ago, I think the adoption agency, they all used travel agency in the local to help organize parents' trip and make their hotel reservation and transportation. So I get to work with many different adoption agencies. My first invitation to go to the United States was sent by another agency named La Vida on East Coast in Pennsylvania, I think. Yeah, so there were 10 families who came to Hunan in year 1996 and spent about 5 days here in Changsha. Then a year later, in 1997, the 10 families gathered together for their first reunion. So they also sent me a letter and sent me air tickets, asking me to go over there to the States. And I get to stay with the 10 families, it's a great experience for me. First time going abroad. And also, I think that trip helped me understand more about the adoption too. Because before I went on the trip, I had no idea what America looks like. I had no idea what American house or American family looks like, and I had no idea how those girls gonna be grown up until I finally got to the States and seeing those little cute girls start to speak English right away from their mouth. When they were in Changsha, they were tiny little babies, cannot make any words. So it's such a big difference. And they were running around, jumping up and down, and so happy. It is a very great experience for me to see that. I think I started to understand much better of, the meaning of my work. Because you can really see how happy parents are and what a different life that children are having in the States. Then I told some of the parents already that when I was in the States traveling around, my travel agency manager called me one night to the hotel that I was staying with one parent. And the travel agency manager told me that there was another agency named the CCAI was looking for a local rep in Hunan province. And they gave me the CCAI's phone number and asked me to talk to a person named Lily. So I did call the agency and I talked to Lily, asked for talking to Lily, and I did talk to Lily on the phone for quite a while in English, and she was asking me a lot of questions about our agency and about myself. And then I said, like 10 minutes later, Lily suddenly said one sentence in Chinese. And she said, "Oh, your English is so good, fluent." Without thinking, I said, "Oh, your Chinese is not bad." Because my travel agency manager just told me to call a person named Lily and didn't explain to me that Lily was a Chinese. So I thought she was American. I said, "Your Chinese is not bad." And then Lily didn't make a sound on the phone for a few minutes, a few seconds. Then she said, "Oh, I am a Chinese." I said, "What?" You told a Chinese person that your Chinese is not bad. After she's staying in the States for quite a while, I think, she probably was thinking, what are you talking about? And so I said, wow, okay. I think this is not going to happen because the first time you made fun of your boss, what's going to happen. And but I think Lily made a good decision that she sent the first group to our travel agency. And Lily came along with her father. Lily's father was born in Hunan province. They still had the relatives in Hunan province, south to Changsha, about 2 hours bus ride away. So her father and Lily herself came along, and we get to meet personally. And I think that's considered to be my training experience. Then CCAI started to send all the Hunan families to our travel agency, and always ask me to be their local facilitator every time they have a group. But CCAI grown fast and they're grown big. So a lot of families and they keep us very busy. That finally I quit my job in travel agency in 1998. And to be a professional facilitator for CCAI, only for CCAI groups. And this is such a wonderful experience for me. I always said to myself, even though we lost our father when we were young, when we need care, but I think life is fair still. That I've been gaining so much love from all the families that I met. Like I always believe, life is fair because all the darkness and all the Buddha, they know what's gonna happen. They know nice people will always be taken care of. So for whatever you do, you paid a lot. All your love, all your energy, all your spirit, you're sure to get a big rewarding back. Maybe it's